on, baby, baby. Why don't we all just take the lights on down, baby, baby, and go and do some comedy up at Skip Town Playhouse, baby, babies. How y'all doing? I'm Shaun Landry. I'm the founder of this. Normalizing comedy and improvisation and sketch where black women run it. Unless I die and then somebody else has to take it. Probably Marshall Gibbons up in the booth. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for buying a ticket. Thank you so much for giving water. The bank is right here. Thank you, guys. We are a non-for-profit with Network for Good. We actually now officially are a non-for-profit here in the city of Los Angeles. That happened today. So, with all that said, we would love to go and, spread the word, tell about the shows that are happening here, and if you like, give to Network for Good, which is on our website at ledgetheatre.org. But enough about us. You ain't here to see my black ass. You can see it next week if you like on this stage. But not tonight, because something better is about to come up on here. Everybody knows them. They're America's favorite best friends forever. They have been on television. They have been on the Stephanie Miller Show. They are possibly not only the most talented black women I know, but also the nicest. Ladies and gentlemen, from Los Angeles, California, who? Frangela! I'm supposed to be on.
It's a little OCD thing, but if you don't do it, it's a problem.
Okay, already I've made a mess.
That's okay, I got a cloth.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something about, I'm Callier, and this is my very best friend.
I'm Angela V. Shelton.
And we are Frangela. And let me tell you about us. You said Shaun just talked about us being friends. I'm bringing out my boobs. Shaun talks about us being friends. You know what? This is the thing. You know that Shel Silverstein story. The what's the missing piece?
No, the missing piece. Shel Silverstein.
Yeah. The missing piece. See, Angela always has what I don't have, and I have what she don't have,
right.
And that therefore we complete each other. That is why we're friends.
I have a delightful Afro-Saxon little bit of, an anecdote. Shel Silverstein actually rented a cottage in the Circle, where my family has a cottage in Oak Bluffs. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that fabulous? And he came over one day. You usually just sit on your porch and give out blueberries to people. It's a vineyard thing. And he came over and he did, he signed all our books and everything. He's a very nice man. And we didn't look down on him for renting.
I lived across the street from a pimp. And next door were people who held church in their living room. No, seriously, it was a man with 10 kids. And
you have to hold church if you got 10 kids. You gotta do something a year, football team, I don't know, something.
And he had a microphone and an amplifier in his living room. And he would set up
He was amplifying in a space like this.
Smaller than this. Screaming at you about Jesus.
Children.
Same thing.
Can I just say how wonderful this space is, and Shaun, and you guys, come on. I mean, it makes you want to cry. You're just the best. Lovely people. I love black people. In the macro. But
you know what? One of the things we've been talking about is I don't know me no more. Do you know you? Do you know you now?
I thought I knew me.
I thought I knew me.
Then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And I realized I didn't know me at all.
I don't know me.
I was basically, I had been on an extended one-night stand with me for a really long time.
Yeah, I'm new to me. And in fact, I don't even know what year it is, because I keep on saying it's 2020, y'all.
Dude, I keep saying it's 2202. How crazy is that? Like, we've signed documents.
Yeah.
And had the people who call us and be like, just your dates are a little, like, they don't want to, like, call you out for being crazy straight up, but they're like, your date, if you could just check the date that you wrote. And I'm like, you wrote 2020, I wrote 2202. Like, we're both in denial about where we are, completely. I just would like it to be, like, almost 200 years in the future, and you're like, I'll just take 2 years back.
Right. I don't even know where I am. I just,
2 years back that's good enough. Like, I just can't be here. We can't, but we're in agreement on we can't be here.
Not here.
Not here.
Because we have now had, like, a ton of knowledge just, like, shoved into our heads. Words that we never knew. Things, we now know definitions of shit that we're not supposed to know.
We're not supposed to know. We're Americans. We are proudly ignorant. We're not supposed to have to know things outside of just, regular things like how do you air fry a tater tot. Like, that's where we're at, right?
Yeah, that's what the internet's for.
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to know things. Now you know words like asymptomatic.
You know what that
Seriously, you didn't know it. Now you do. Everybody up in here could tell me what asymptomatic is. Anybody could tell me. I got stopped at 5-year-old trying to be like, that's when you have the COVID, but you're out of symptoms. So it's not exactly prevalent, but as soon as you get tested and you still need to file the CDC. Like, everybody knows. You're not supposed to have to know that.
No, you know what a viral load is.
I'm gonna tell you something. I thought that was somebody who spent too much time on Instagram. Like, I didn't know that had another meaning.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't supposed to have to know that.
My favorite one is supply chain.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you on the phone, you're like, hey, Jerry.
Hello, this is Jerry.
What's happening down at the docks? I'm waiting for my shipment.
Oh,
Okay.
girl, I can tell you this is not coming. No, girl, we're getting Halloween shit right now. I mean Halloween 2020.
That's what's happening. We all know what supply chain means, and we're worried and concerned about it. You never
You didn't know how
thought
shit
about
got
it
to your
before.
house?
Ever.
You did not know. It could have been a leprechaun. You had no idea. You were okay with opening up that door and being like, thing I ordered. You were totally okay with it.
You didn't know about no chips that went into a fucking car. You didn't know how a car runs. Sometimes you put some goddamn gas in and the motherfucker go.
Right. Now I'm talking about chip manufacturing. I'm like, how did that happen?
Why is that on my radar?
That wasn't on my to-do list. I was trying to get fluent in French. Shit. That's not why I'm an American. That's not what I'm here for. That was another one. And then what's the other one?
You know the new one? Triggered.
Oh, yeah.
Triggered. Don't you trigger my ass. Don't you trigger me.
I have to tell you, like, in the cone of silence at this theater, I love Triggered. Like, it is like your escape hatch to any moment. Like, any moment you don't like, you can just go, I'm being triggered. And people will be like, okay, cool. And you can totally bounce. Like, they're like, cause they don't know if you've got like an AR-15 up your ass. They have no idea. They're terrified of it. Mm-hmm. So they're like, you can just say I'm triggered and get out of anything.
Yes. But you know what? Amazing. My thing about the triggered is that I didn't know what I was going through when I got triggered. You know, like I'm used to seeing other people like, oh, that's that bitch, she popping off now. Oh, look at him, he popping off. I didn't know when I was popping off. I didn't know when I got set on fire. When like it goes off in me and I go break it, I go
There's no warning for this moment. No warning for anyone. But if you're watching carefully, you'll see the person go, and I swear to you, every single person does a little, I don't know what it is about, it's gonna go click up, and they're a different person. And then when they come back up from here, different person. 45, different person. That's how it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I used to think that those people, oh, look at those crazy people, and then I realized they were like the forefathers. Like they were the people who were ahead of us. They knew the truth, and I didn't, which is that going crazy is an inevitability.
Yes. Well, we learned that during COVID, didn't we? Didn't we learn that, I didn't know. Let me tell you what I didn't know. I didn't know I could go crazy.
I didn't know.
I didn't know I had the capacity. I didn't know I had the grace to lose my motherfucking mind. I didn't know I had anxiety. I was capable of anxiety. I'm going to tell you, grown woman, over in her 50s, I didn't know I could have anxiety.
I did. I've been medicated for years. But that's a difference. Like, the reality is, I think a lot of us didn't realize that anybody can snap.
Yeah.
Like, I watched that Oxygen show, Snap. Love it.
Love it.
Like, it's
Love
amazing. But you always sort of look at it from this distance. You
Yeah.
know, like it's not you. And then it
It
is.
is you. Then that shit is you. You that bitch.
And if you wake up, I don't know if have you woken up in the middle of a snap and realized it was really fucked up? Like you realize that you were going off and then something like your brain like unclicks. You go, am I actually screaming about this tater tot? Like you like seriously? And then you feel like you have to be like, and I'm done with my anger, but it was righteous.
Yes.
Good evening, and I'm very sorry for the me that you just met. Like, it's crazy.
You know what else I love about it too is now this is the thing I really love is that since COVID we have embraced mental health, right?
Yeah.
We've kind of all decided, you know what? We all need this shit. It should be like a utility,
Yeah.
okay?
Like water,
Yes, yes,
We should
right?
just get we should all get better help or whatever, some kind of online therapist. It's just a utility bill. You know, like you have to have it. You have to have it. So much so that if something goes down, the government pays.
Yes.
Like you have to have it.
Okay.
Because the reality is we have to have it. You really can't operate without it. And yet I'm not sure it does that much. And that's okay. This is the thing. I'm done with judging where I am.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what we said? We said, you know what? For example, Bennifer. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck
Did y'all know they got married?
went and got married. Right? They got back together. We were like, God damn it, we love that.
I love that.
Why the fuck not? Why not?
I'm telling you, make that mistake.
Make that
Do it.
Commit to it.
Make it hard. Make it knowing you're making it. Every second of it knowing you're making it. Make it and then have the photographers just taking shots of it the entire time. So that when we all realize it's a mistake, there'll be video evidence the entire way. Like their honeymoon has to be the most photographed thing I've ever seen. Like, and I will say that her wardrobe was fabulous. She did look good. But the point is, like, go ahead and do it. If there's something that you know is wrong,
That's right.
you know you shouldn't be doing.
That's right. Do it. Let me tell you something. We were locked up. All right? Do it. Make that mistake.
Make it.
Make that mistake.
Lean into it. Like, really lean into it. Like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. Like, I think of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. saying, if you're going to be a shrub on a hill, be the best shrub you can be. Shrub it, people. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. What has it been getting you not to?
You know what I miss, Angela? I miss old racism.
It's like a pain in my heart. I miss old racism. I do. Like your first dog.
Yes, yes. Remember the old days of racism? You call up to try to rent an apartment.
Oh my God.
Right, you'd be like, hi, I'm calling about the 2-bedroom
Oh
in
yeah.
West Hollywood.
It's still open.
Oh, great. And then you'd actually show up. Hey, I mean,
It's rented.
because we talked like 15 minutes ago.
No, it's gone.
Really?
No, they're probably apartment don't, the buildings don't even exist anymore.
Isn't that it?
No, that's a mirage in your eyes. Black people see things that aren't there.
Okay, because I really thought, I felt that.
I'm not here. Yeah, that was, remember that raisin? That was genteel. It was sweet. Yeah.
I remember the racists used to wear costumes. They had wardrobes.
Yeah.
They didn't just look like an assistant or a Scientologist. They had like wardrobe.
Yeah.
Like costumes they had to sew that they cared about. Hoods and shit. Not just khakis and a white shirt. It's like, what are you? Like, a summer camp counselor? Like, it's just...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Or like, remember how in racism they would be like, you'd be like, oh, I'm here for this job. Oh, hi, I'm Angela. I'm applying for this job.
I'm sorry, the job is gone.
But it's for teller, and I see that there's an empty teller window right there.
This is not a bank.
That's Bank of America. Bank gives them the title.
I'm sorry, your black eyes see bank.
But I really thought, that's sweet.
Sweet.
Adorable.
Remember when you were black and you would buy property?
Oh my God! Oh my God! And the first day you moved in, like, let's say you just moved in.
Yeah, and I'd be like, you hear a ding dong at the door, and it'd be like, ding dong.
Hi. We saw that you're our new neighbor.
Hi.
We're actually, so we made you some fried chicken and watermelon. And we're actually moving. Right now.
And then all the white people would be gone in 6 months.
In like, literally 6 months, the neighborhood completely changes.
That literally happened to my mother. That literally happened.
Like you could send one black family in and transform a landscape. Like an ecological disaster. Like it was just amazing, and that was cute. Now,
Yeah.
I miss that.
I mean, if we could go back to that shit, I would be like, instead of I get pulled over for a fucking traffic stop and I die. That's the new racism.
No, or quite literally, we have to watch things like, I can't even get my mind around the crimes we're watching now go down, where people are like, should we prosecute? Should we prosecute?
I still know if I feel it inside my spirit.
We have to ask ourselves what prosecuting would do to people. Really? See, there's shit that don't apply to white people that we just got hip to. Like, apparently laws are really flexible.
Yeah.
Around the white folks. Especially the rich white folks, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to, there's this thing, everybody has to agree it's a crime.
It's like, you know what, here's the thing, you need a quorum
Right.
to get to a crime.
Like the whole village has to be like, oh no, wait, no, this is a crime. Or else, because we just get prosecuted. Like it doesn't for shit we didn't do, for shit other people did, it doesn't matter. But like when you're talking about like low level crimes like espionage and insurrection, like there's like a committee that has to be like, wait, but what would it do to people if we prosecuted this?
I mean, really, it blows my mind. It really does. And I'm sitting here going every day, and clap if you're sitting here going, I am dumb fucking founded by what's going on in America. I want to know that I'm not the fuck alone.
What happened with Sesame Street?
Yes! Sesame Place. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Let me tell you something, I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna get upset because the whole point of this show,
Hallelujah!
the whole point, this is the most documented show in television history, right? The whole point of this show was child education, and particularly to the members of the public, to the part of the population that they knew had inadequate education, that they knew was not getting educated well. And so the idea that there's a Sesame Street puppet that when a little black kid comes up, goes, I'm blown.
You gonna do that shit on the street?
On Sesame.
On Sesame Street?
On Mr. Hooper's hood?
No! We're not gonna have that.
That's the street. Okay, that's street. Like, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of what their gang sign would be. Right. Yeah. But like, really? Dude, you're a puppet. First of all, you're a puppet costume. How are you gonna have attitude with anybody, let alone some children? Like, seriously, you are some kind of adult wearing a really huge furry thing to obscure you entirely because you are utterly irrelevant in this situation. And you gonna have an attitude? You gonna be prejudiced? Like, it's confusing.
No. Sesame Street was about acceptance.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank
It was let me tell you something. They had a motherfucker who lived in a garbage can.
My Uncle Paul.
He lived in a garbage can and he was accepted.
His opinion mattered.
Yes,
They didn't do nothing on the street without checking in with Oscar.
that's right.
Nothing went down on the street without checking in with the person who lived in the can. The trash can. That was respect.
That's respect on the street.
What happened? What happened, America? How did we lose that? How did we lose that? It was so shocking to watch it, and then what was really disturbing is, as in many things now, is that the minute you saw one, there were a million of them.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And it was that moment of, I'm not crazy, but I am.
Yeah.
This happened, but it's fucked up, and it's made me crazy.
Yep. You know what else? We learned the wrong lessons during COVID. We all clap if you did any like home improvement.
Anybody?
Did you replace anything? Did you do anything?
Upgrade.
Oh, see, upgrade. Okay, then we
Who cut their hair?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See? There you go.
Who messed up everybody in their family's hair? My poor dog.
My daughter, I said, it's gonna be all right in 2 weeks. You know those holes? I learned a lot of things.
You live, you learn.
You learned about hair guards. You know what a number 3 is, a number 2, a 1.
And please put them on.
Yes.
That's what I learned, is that if you don't have any on, it's a really bad setting for shaving your dog. And then he looks like somebody drag raced across his back. These things you learn.
You learn.
That's what we all thought we could do things, right? We all said, partly because we needed to.
Yes, we
Right?
had to. We
So I
had
don't want to
choice.
totally blame us, because we were like, okay, this needs to get done. I'm just going to do it. But the problem is that, you actually need skills, or education and skills.
Let me tell you what I had. I had bravado. You know what filled me during COVID was bravado. It was like, you know what? I felt like it was me against the entire world. I was like, you know what? We can't get our hair cut, but fuck it. We'll do it ourselves.
Do it ourselves. Everybody looked like a drunk Shetland pony.
Yes. But we did it.
But we did it. But unfortunately, now it seems like you actually don't have to have the skills. Like, I don't know if y'all notice, but they're letting anybody be a nurse right now. I don't know.
I mean, bitches on the street, they're like, hey, you, what you doing? What you doing?
I'm a prostitute.
No, come on in
I'm a
here.
sex worker.
Okay, here, look, this is an IV. Hook it up to this dude. Go ahead.
Should I wash my hands?
No, we ain't got time. COVID.
I'm a nurse. Seriously, we know someone. They're not here, are they? No. We know someone who was in nursing school for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh my God.
And they were like, you know what? You look ready, girl. And they slapped a smock on her and sent her into the COVID ward. Like, just draw blood, give shit, do what you do. Go, girl, learn on the job.
Yeah.
See, that is one place I don't like learn on the job. My medical care. That's not a place where I want to hear learning on the job. I want you to be old and crackly and know some shit.
I want you to be Philip Filipino or Dominican Republican.
No.
Fantastic ladies
So
on the night
amazing.
shift.
Oh my God, that's what there's a lot of things we want to talk about, so we have to check in with them. Oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
learned that. Oh, okay, this happened today actually. How many people here, by applause, does anybody have friends who have gotten credible death threats? Anyone? Dude, it's fucked up.
Yeah. We got 3 friends who have had credible death threats. That's what's crazy.
Wait for it, for their podcasts.
Oh.
First of all, as podcasters, that's like 13 people who are listening to podcasts. Okay, so when you get threats, and we all know it's the same 13 people listening to every podcast, like, should we be able to find this motherfucker? Like, it's like,
Oh, that's Smitty.
exactly who that is. But seriously, times are weird. Like, you wouldn't think that we would ever improvise. We don't know people with death threats. We're not out here doing shit that gets death threats. I mean, we do a bad improv. Who the fuck cares? Like, it's not, you know.
Yeah, but Salman Rushdie. You saw that? What happened?
Is
They
he
had a-
okay? Has anybody heard me?
I did. He got stabbed.
He got stabbed. Is he okay?
No, he's not. He might
Stabbing?
lose an eye.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really fucked up. And they've had this fatwa on him since '89.
Let me tell you something. You gotta take those fatwas seriously.
Serious.
And he did. He was in hiding for like 10, serious hiding for like 10 years.
Yeah.
That's old anger.
I mean,
That's that kind of old
indeed.
anger. That's that old. It's the old time racism anger.
Yeah.
It makes you. It takes you back to the. Sometimes you get that. Do you ever get that old slavey anger? You know, where you can't even see. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, you know what? You know slave anger, don't you? That's what I love about black people. You say slave anger, black people go, yes!
When you just know somebody's expecting you to tote that barge or lift that bale or whatever the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means. Was it tote that bale? I don't know what I'm saying. But my body knows.
Right. Your spirit
My
knows.
spirit knows.
You know what? And that's what I love about what's happening right now is that we are all attentive to our spirits now.
Yeah.
You know, as Angela was talking about earlier, it's like now you can call somebody and be like, you know what? If you got an invitation,
Right.
you could call somebody and say, hey girl, it's not my spirit to come over today.
It's not your spirit.
It's not my
Well,
spirit.
girl, then I don't want to interfere with your flow and your direction and your towels. You do you, okay? Next
Yeah.
time, hit me up when you can do it. Hit me up if it gets into the stream of the ebb of you.
I'm telling you.
Dude, you used to have to lie, right? You used to be like, the baby's sick, my dog is sick, I gotta work, some bullshit that everybody knew was a lie. But now you can just be like, it's not my journey.
It's not my true north.
It's not my path. I feel resistance in my spirit to this moment. I'm
Yeah.
trying to honor the reality that is me.
Yeah. And that's what's beautiful about Black Girl Magic, because what Black Girl Magic is the antidote to all that slave hurt, right? That generational curse, right? See, y'all white, y'all don't understand. You understand the generational curse that we be feeling right inside. We don't cut that shit.
Can we just talk about all the things that are being the co-opting culture happens all the time. Can we talk about this week? And I've enjoyed, how many people watch Merrick Garland's little speech?
Oh, yes. Quiet Storm.
Yes.
Quiet Storm.
Merrick Quiet Storm Garland. I've watched now people on CNN and MSNBC and every podcast in between talk about fuck around and find out.
Yes. Have you seen these white people get black? Fuck around, find out.
Girl that said fuck around and find out. This is the find out part. And I was like, okay, you know what? You guys didn't know that last week.
No.
I didn't know that. That is like fuck around and find out. Like, that is a serious, like, I'm like, okay, but there have been a lot of them. There have been a lot of them over time, and we want to prep you for some that are to come.
Right.
So Black people here will understand, I know him, but I don't know him.
Right?
You know exactly what I'm saying. I know
Right.
him, but I
Somebody
don't know him.
comes by and be like, hey, Chelsea came by
I don't know him. I know him, but I don't know him.
Oh, because he said you know him.
No, I know him, but I don't know him.
Oh, because I thought that you knew.
No, I understand why he would say that shit, but that's wrong. I know him, but I don't know him.
Right? You understand, right? You understand, right?
You're going to watch Katie Tur say it next week.
Next week.
Watch.
Next week. It's another one is that he stay here. All right?
He stay here?
You understand? He stay here.
He stay here is different from he lives here. So this is what you'll see. This is what you'll see. Somebody at the comment will be like, so does he lives here?
No. He stay here.
So he lives
stay
here.
He stay here.
Is he here every
Shoo.
Does he get mail here?
He stay here.
That's when people won't claim you.
That's why I won't claim you.
And when black people won't claim you, you have seriously fucked up.
That's
Like,
right. You the thing in the basement.
fucked up. People like, no, he live here, but he don't stay here. He stay here, but don't live here.
He don't live here.
Live here is I claim you.
Right.
Watch. When you see Nicole Wallace say it, you're going to go like, damn, Frangela told me she was going to say that.
Yeah.
We about to say to the whole world, look, Trump stay here, but he don't live here.
You don't live here?
He don't live here, he stay here.
That's right.
But he don't live here. That's a whole different calculation.
Another one is talking up on people's clothes. Y'all know that one?
You're gonna hear that soon.
We're gonna hear it soon.
Talking up under people's clothes. That is okay. You have to explain.
Okay. My mama used this term a lot, right? So when you come back in a room, right, and everybody shut up.
In a really awkward way. So like you walk in, and
I'm gonna walk in.
She don't know Francis.
And be like, hey, what's up, girl? This is how you know motherfuckers been talking up under your clothes.
Watch for it. You'll see it. Because now we're all conspiracy theorists. I do it all day long. Now for me, everything's a conspiracy theory come to life.
Yeah.
And we're not into that, but they've infected us.
Yes.
Right? Like you see it in your own life. Like I no longer believe like mundane shit. I'll be like, well, why is that happening? You mean to tell me that light bulb just went out? No, I don't believe that. Somebody didn't want me to get to the garage. That's what that's about.
Yeah.
And by somebody, I mean QAnon.
Yeah. Because I was sitting there and I was like, what? What is the system? Right? You start thinking. Like, I've never thought about that in my life. But until Donald Trump. I didn't get really into thinking about the system.
No.
Who are they?
I mean, we call them they, but I didn't really think about them.
I didn't think about it. I was living my life.
No, it's like it's the they, it's them. I hate they, them. They hate us, whatever. But like, I didn't like get into it. But when it comes down to it, they're really fucking crazy.
Yes.
Like they're so crazy. But the thing is that when you get near crazy, you get crazy on you, and you don't realize it. But like Francis will tell you, I've been stuck in this really bad. Here's my thing. Do they really expect us to believe?
Oh, Jesus.
As rational adults, do they expect us to believe that Zephram Cochrane built the first warp drive on Earth that happened to take off at the exact moment that a Vulcan ship was passing by the planet, so that the Vulcans would know, oh, they're worthy to take note of. And what's up? Do they expect me to believe?
No, they don't. They shouldn't.
They shouldn't expect me to believe that. But that's crazy, guys. And I've been stuck on it for like 2 months. It's like it occurred to me one night in the middle of the night. I woke up and couldn't go to sleep. I was like, they really think I'm gonna believe this bullshit? That shit just happened. It didn't. It's fiction. None of it happened, and I'm in a disagreement with myself about it.
Oh my God.
I take a lot of Xanax, but it can't stop it. No, it can't stop. There's only so much Xanax can do.
I'm trying to think of what my conspiracy theory is.
Well, I think that this is the thing, that you never just accept something, right?
No.
Like that's the thing about conspiracy theories. Like, you don't go, oh, the lights went out, the lights went out. You're like, the lights went out. Why? What? Let's go out. Who did it serve? Who got something out of it? Who benefited? Nobody. Nobody's giving a fuck about you. But for some reason,
But it feels like that because it feels like there's this stuff against us. You know what I mean? And we're all looking, we're just searching inside of our lives going, where is it? Where is the thing that is against us? Because I'm doing everything right. We're doing,
Mostly.
I know you, I can
For
look
the
at you.
most part.
You all look like, everybody in here look like you're living your life right, okay? You look like you're living your life.
Shut up here. That's hard. That is hard. Okay, you had to like put on clothing. That's a whole
You
drama.
got showered,
Maybe.
possibly,
Nobody
dressed.
smells. I'm not smelling anything, so that's good.
Yes, I'm proud of us all in this room. We showed the fuck up.
That's nice. Applaud you. Applaud. That's hard to do. I recognize one of the things with the pandemic, one day I realized I could groom myself when I don't have someplace to go.
What?
Right? Like, it's like a real weird, like, smack you in the face realization. It's like, I could actually make my brows be done just all the time. Not because I'm going someplace. That's possible.
That's
It is
nice.
possible.
That's
I'm not
nice.
saying it happened, but it's possible.
You know my favorite thing during the pandemic? I'm going back to mental health. My favorite thing during this whole pandemic with mental health has been that, you know, there was once upon a time that psychiatrists would be like, what's your inciting event, right? What happened to you? Well, we want to know, we want to get to the bottom. Now they're like, I don't fucking need to know what fucking happened to you. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Oh, we're here.
Don't tell me, shut up.
Tell me that shit. That's too personal. That's too personal. They don't want to hear it. They're like, no, 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 no. Let's see what's something we can deal with. What are you having for lunch today?
Yes. And here, lick this pill.
Oh, if you want a prescription, now is the time. You can get it. All right. I think what we want to leave you with here tonight is, do you? If you was going crazy, lean into it. Don't half step your crazy. Go full crazy. Get naked.
I mean, titties in the wind naked.
like get leaves and shove them in your head like there's some sort of, like, do whatever, just do it, go with it, because now is the time.
Yes, and it's never too late.
It's never too
It's
late.
never too late. Do it.
Do you, no matter how crazy the fuck that is.
We love you. Thank you so much for coming out.
Comedy that's coming up here at Skip Town, including who is up? My God, so many great things. Landry and Summers will be up. Mamacitas will be up. 2-person Latino females. Amazing show. Get onto our website www.ledgetheatre.org. I guess there's another show coming in at 9. That's why I'm holding my phone. Life is amazing, isn't it? We're the Ledge Theatre. Network for Good, www.ledgetheatre.org. Pass it along. More fundraising. Keep us alive. Thank you for coming out this evening. Have a good one.
Thank you.